said, where? You don't know. You don't.
I run you up and down the Serengeti. Heads ain't ready. I chew you up and spit you out like chicken confetti. My rhymes are heavy like elephants, stomping your regiments, dismembering all your limbs, ripping your ligaments. I break you down to an atom, change your chemical structure, roots and culture. You don't wanna vote for this brother. I'm like a time bomb over a fresh can of whip. Every stylus plexiglass got you face down in the grass, ready to blast. Sticky for your jewels and your cash. Call me Robin Hood. Take the loot back to the hood. I wish you would try to retaliate. I wait like a sniper, beat you like Street Fighter, heat you up like a lighter. Don't need no ghost rider. Original skill, killing at will. Terminates career like a pill. This is real, not no fiction. Came up for my jurisdiction. I'm liver than you, whether freestyle or written. Hitting hard like a hammer, like a natural disaster, like a hurricane. Plain and simple, bringing the pain. Won the battle. What? I'm ready to do this. Beat your ass like Lennox Lewis. Play you out like.
All right. That's enough of that. It is Saturday morning, and today is game day. The day that we all love. Usually it's on Sunday, but whatever. This is preseason. So we're hitting it on Saturday this morning. Hello, who just jumped in the screen, Mr. Biggie, right after the intro. That must be his intro. You know what I mean? I hear you, my man. I hear you. Hey, this is sad. Like we were saying, man, we go on live today because, the OG's been off for a couple of days. We had some stuff to do. And so we're just going to jump on live today before game time, as we usually do during the season. We're going to jump on a little bit before game, then we're going to jump on a little bit after. We're going to see how it rolls. We're going to get our money right. You know what I'm saying? We still all got $2,000. So we're working with that. We're working with that right now. We ain't betting nothing on this preseason. We're going to try to figure out what this team going to do. And as the intro shows,
Deacon, we take credit.
Huh?
Put it on credit. I'll take installments when.
You don't have to.
Venmo, right. Cash App.
That's right.
Bottle caps and slugs.
Hey man, I pay wood nickels. I can't help it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get around to the story. But listen, as the intro showed, I hope today is basically a run heavy day. I hope it's run heavy, man. I want to see these guys practicing the run because that's where we're gonna make our money this year. Let Jaden throw a couple passes, maybe 5 passes, here and there. I don't want him to get too happy back there in the pocket because the pocket is whack. Our pocket is we don't have a pocket. We just got people running in the backfield. So we got to hand this thing off, slow these guys down because the Jets got a good defense, man. They got a good defensive line, and they was killing us in practice. But to say that doesn't mean who's going to be starting either. So they might have their little rookies out there starting that don't know what we don't know. You know what I mean? So we're going to try to get this thing going, man. Fellas, these are my boys. I don't have to really introduce them because everybody know who they are. That's Tracy on the left. That's Big Al. And that's Big and Steve, our street reporter, in the house today. I don't know why he ain't in the street, but he in the house today. He's fine. Fine, you're getting no money today.
First preseason. I kind of
you warming up to it. I got you. First Stream Podcast. What's up, baby? We love when y'all pop on, man. We love when you pop on. Y'all go sub that podcast because they got a brilliant podcast. We love it. All right, fellas, speak, talk, use your words.
Listen, man, I'm big on context, man. So let's step back for a second. Let's go back and let's verify something. All right. Look, we all said it. We're going to keep saying it. The expectation is progress, not necessarily amazing progress. I want to get us together because, one of the things about us getting together is the fact that this is all therapy. These guys probably wouldn't even talk to each other. If we was winning, we would be sitting back bragging to our immediate family and friends. But because of the fact that we're here now is because these 3 guys had to talk and we were screaming at each other to the point of almost fisticuffs. So bad because how bad our team was. But now let's not get too excited. This is a rookie, number 1. They didn't play 3 of their 5 starters, number 2. We're probably going to see the same thing today. Number 3, I don't expect a whole lot of amazing things. I think we need to really get specific and analyze down to the player what we see on the field. This is more scrimmage than preseason, Al. That's what I feel. More scrimmage than preseason. I'm not expecting that. I gotta say this out loud because I get excited and I get into season mode too early and get stressed out, anxiety, and talking to the therapist, and I can't afford the couch this year. I need you guys to understand and remind me that this is what this is. And it's a new regime, new everything, all of that. So I want us to remember that as we go in at 12 noon, high noon, as these amazing Jets who have been working with each other for last 3 to 4 years.
Yeah.
Getting better and better. Aaron Rodgers might be healthy this year type stuff, Jets. So let's get some context, Deacon. I just need some context for me. This is not even about anybody, not even about the OGs. This is about Tracy. I'm getting excited, and I don't need to get excited. Right, Al? Right, Vicky?
It's football.
Right. It's football, man. We want to have this, tackling, sound blocking, good coaching.
Anybody want to come in, though? Anybody want to come in, go ahead and hit that link. It's on the top.
Yeah.
Ahead,
so we want to have, just basic football. We want to see Jaden get in and out of the huddle. You know what I'm saying? Get simple passes. We want to see the defense, communicating, being in the right position. We want to see number 13, not putting his head down, nothing like that, just playing good ball, realizing, that every day you want to get 2% better. Every day you want to get 2% better. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we at right now. We realized we were 4.
You said 2%?
Yeah, 2% better for him.
Yeah, it's going to be a long season, Jack.
We were 2% better every day. I just don't want to. I was a little disappointed in the scrimmage they had. That he had his hand down a couple times. Even though he had a pickoff, he got an interception doing 7-on-7. But they tend to, everybody know who he is, and they tend to pick on you a little bit when you got a reputation of being not the best, or not what we thought he was going to be. You know what I'm saying? So, I understand he had his head down a couple times when they were picking on him. You know what I'm saying? And it's not all. Every day you gotta perfect your craft. And some people just don't jump out there and be, Deion Sanders or Darryl Green from day one. Some people got to build their way up to be Champ Bailey. You know what I'm saying? That's just how they, how you got to do it. So I want to see the team just get progressively better. I want to see the coaching staff, got fundamentals down, and compete. That's what I want to see.
Let me ask you something before Biggie go. Do you think it will be beneficial for Forbes to just punch somebody in the gut?
I mean, what's that going to do? He's only 100 pounds. That's not going to hurt. It's like a slap or a beast. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to hurt nobody. Why would he do that?
I mean, he's got to lay down the law. He got something. He's got to do something.
That's not his game, Deacon. That's not his game.
He's 117 pounds now.
Yeah, that's not his game, Deacon.
He's got to do. He's got to crush somebody coming across the middle.
What's up, Garage Life? That's not his game. He can't go on.
He can't get outside.
He can't punch nobody.
His game ain't working. He got to switch it up.
He has to. He's a coverage corner. He has to cover, man. And every day he has to get 2% better. I mean, and right now
I can't tell who I disagree with. Just too much.
Check off, Garage. Check off.
So I want the whole team to just execute good sound football for this particular game. Okay. Just good sound football. That's all I want them to do. I'm not looking for them. Like I said, we were 4-13 last year, something like that. I want to see us progressively getting better. You know what I'm saying? I want to see better coaching, progressive better coaching. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I want to see. Before you go, Biggie, what do you want to see? What do you want to see, Biggie?
What do I want to see? I want to see Jaden take on the role he should take. I want to see him take what the defense gives him And as what I mean by that, like if they're gonna give you short passes, take the short passes. If they're gonna give you, some outs, don't take the outs. I mean, I don't want to see him run, because I just want him to be healthy going into the season. I also want to see what the secondary is gonna do because the whole Forbes thing, like you guys gentlemen said, I'll piggyback off that. He was getting toasted in the beginning, towards the end, in the middle. So I don't look I don't look to see Forbes actually starting.
Biggie just woke up.
Barbecue chicken. He described barbecue chicken. That's
Okay, but hold up a second.
So
Actually, go ahead. Finish your thought.
So I think Forbes is probably going to start just to because this is preseason. They want to get him kind of acclimated into the defense. See what he could do with the first string or whatever. But I don't look to see him starting come the season. I would see him more as maybe second, third string. Sanders still looks really good out there. I did hear he did have a little bit of a problem. I don't know if it was him or it was St. Juice. I didn't really get too much of the info on it. I know somebody kind of got burnt as well besides Forbes.
Positive, Biggie. Positive. Come on, positive.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm just like I said, I want to see what
Biggie, it was practice.
The
Biggie.
secondary
You're
does.
beat in practice.
That's what I said. I want to see what the secondary does. The line, I also want to see how that holds up. I know we're kind of missing a few people, but still, that shouldn't be no excuse. I want to see how that kind of holds up, and I just want to see more of the. I want to see the running game. I want to see how that gels, because I think the running game is going to be a big factor this season. I think we're going to go as far as the running game takes us, and that's going to open up the door for the passing as well as Jaden kind of doing his thing. So we can get the running game going. I think that's going to kind of that's going to tell the tale of where we're headed.
Well, let me say this before John comes on, man. It's rare and it only happens on our live shows that we get the street reporter and the strength coach in the same room. So, if you haven't gone to garage gym life, man, you need to go ahead and go over there, especially on Friday mornings, right, Trey?
That's early in the morning, bright and early.
Hey, bring the force early. Like,
all right.
Damn early is what he's called.
Hey, at least I'm aware. I'm self-aware. I'm right. Like, man, it's too early for this. All this yelling. Look, let me back up a little bit. First of all, I'm not sure if you guys already said this or not, but the dude's a cover corner, right? Or he's a zone corner. Talking about Forbes, he doesn't play man, right? So in effect, but this is preseason, so they're not game planning. So if they don't come out with a game plan, you can't have a zone, right? So you basically just go out there and just play man. So he's basically doing something that we all know he's not good at. And I mean, Garrett Wilson looked like he cooked everybody. Quan, Mike Sanders still. I mean, nobody's saying, "Oh, Mike Sanders still sucks," and nobody's saying Quan sucks. They all got cooked. Even he got equally cooked on the same play. The thing I think that makes that play really painful is I think that's the one where the kid was like, "Garrett Wilson, I know you're gonna cook Emmanuel Forbes," and then he goes and does it, and then he did it. I think that's what made it bad. Like,
that's gonna go down as
that was painful.
Yeah, that was.
That is painful. But I will also say that was 7-on-7s, right? So there's no pass rush. So to me, all that showed was we got to have our squad doesn't necessarily have in terms of the secondary, we don't have stars. Instead, we got to have a complete team if we want to be able to be competitive at all. So I actually think that was good because they can very easily go back. Anytime somebody decides they want to freelance, all they got to do is just put up the tapes. Hey, remember the last time y'all wanted to freelance? Remember the last time you thought that you didn't need to work as a team? This is what it was, right? And keep the kids thing in there, right? The only thing I disliked was them saying that he put his head down.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Did he not throw hands later on? He got mad and got in a fist fight, which is dumb. But he got in a fist fight later on in the practice. So at least
that's alleged. That's old school, right?
Hey, like, hey, you know what? You gonna catch my hands about? His hands got active, and he got an interception. So at least he came back. So this sounds to me like what happened is the coaches talked to him in between. They're like, hey man, look, hey, whatever to be honest with you, I don't care what they told him. I just care that he came back and produced a little bit. And so the fact that he got an interception, even while playing in a way that's uncomfortable for him, to me is a good sign. I noticed one other thing too, is that everybody's talking about the negative things that happen in the practice, but I don't hear people making a big deal out of the fact that apparently Frankie Louvu had his way with their offensive line. Mm-hmm. I'm like, how come nobody talking about that? Or they're not talking about it a lot? I'm like, that's a good sign. So I'm actually, I ain't gonna go so far as to say I'm encouraged.
They said Newton had a great scrimmage too. Newton had a great scrimmage.
Jim Life, I want to piggyback off what you said though.
Look, hey, you hanging out with Big Al too much. Garage Gym Life. You can just call me John. That's okay too. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna piggyback off what you said though. I also heard that towards the end, the last 20 minutes, I heard they had to cut the film because Jaden got hot. They said the last 20 minutes of the tape or whatever, Jaden was flinging them all over the place, and they had to shut it down because they didn't want to make, they didn't want to have whatever they're doing, Hard Knocks or whatever, look at getting toasted. So yeah, that's a good sign.
I mean, that was the Jets live stream. I mean, I wouldn't show y'all embarrassing my team either. Like, oh hey, we got technical difficulties.
So that's a good sign though. The last 20 minutes, and I know 5-10 minutes, but 20 minutes of Jets players getting
So Biggie, you talking about the 7-on-7 he got hot, right?
Yeah, the 7-on-7 he got hot.
Because 11-on-11 he went 7 for 15.
7-15,
right? Yeah, 7
but
for 15.
But still, it's like check downs. Like, hey, at least that's good. At least he did check downs. And even at 15, they said he didn't throw any interceptions, I don't believe. He didn't throw any interceptions. It was like incompletions. So
everybody always.
And I heard one fumble. I heard a fumble.
Don't worry about that. Yeah. Everybody always poo-poos a check down, man. But check down walk you down the field.
Yep.
It gets you first downs, man.
Tom Brady.
We have a lot of players that can make people miss. We have a lot of players that, you drop it to them 5 yards, man. You might go all the way. You never know. Except for number 80, because we know he's 50. So, so I mean, we got to temper our expectations as to what we're gonna see today, because the field could still be wet. Who knows? Yeah. And you don't want to get nobody hurt. So it is what it is, man. So y'all see this. I want to know who y'all wanted to see. He got fat fingers.
I want to see Jamin.
Who y'all want to see the most?
I want to see Jamin Davis. Because as I understand it, they're trying to help him develop the skills to be a situational pass rusher while still retaining the ability to be a weak side linebacker.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm like, I want to see what he's, what have you learned, in your time, since they've had their hands on you. What's Ken Norton been able to get into his brain? That's what I want to see more than anything else. And I would like to see Brandon Coleman be healthy enough to be out there. Be honest with you, Cornelius Lucas, I would love it if he was on the right side, not as either right side or swing tackle. I don't want to see him as a left tackle, because every time he's a left tackle for too long, they start baiting him into that two-hand punch, and that never goes well. So I prefer to see him on the right side instead of Matador, Revolving Door, Wally, and I'd like to see Brandon Coleman be out there, just because I want to make sure that he's healthy. As they said, he had like an ice pack on or something like that. When
feel like I don't think he was in pads. He wasn't in pads, was he?
No, he hasn't practiced.
Yeah. He they held him out because he had so he had an ice pack on. Now, that all being said, to be honest with you, if the field, that field is suspect. So
a terrible field. It's a
Yeah,
really bad
it's
feel.
like it hurts people. Yeah, it's leg injuries, all kind of stuff. So if the field is suspect, then I want to see the very back of our roster. I don't want to see none of our starters. I'm like, all y'all
fast.
Everybody on the sidelines. Everybody get water, but stay hydrated. Don't go out there.
And and pick we want to see Jimmy Newton. But
is he a go for this? Is he a go for the play? I mean, for the preseason? I heard that they're gonna probably implement him on the last.
If the field is wet, I wouldn't play him since he got foot problems.
Yeah,
but I am interested to see if he can do what he did in college.
Yeah,
because he was small. He's smaller, but he's much faster. And we had a guy like that before that played here a couple of years that could get in, but he was too small to save the run. He could pass rush, but the run stopping, he wasn't doing too well. That's why he got cut. But I mean, if this dude can be what we want him to be, especially at the pick we got him at, man, that's just another brilliant pick.
Well, he had a good scrimmage. We understand he did against the Jets. He had a really good fast. He wasn't hitting quarterback. That's the
guy robot.
Some of that 7 from 15. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you robot.
Can you see me?
No, we see you, but you robot. Your audio's roboting.
Run it back, Al.
Your startle.
Newton had a good scrimmage. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
We heard before your words came out your mouth.
This is good.
Keep going.
Anyway, and we'll see what he's going to do. He's always an extra for us. You know what I'm saying? If he's good, he's good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back in and come back out, y'all.
All right. I think that's a good point that he's basically a backup. He's like, I would say Jimmy. Now they got me saying, dang, pick. You got me saying Jimmy Neutron, man.
Yeah, I know.
I think Jazan is he might be our highest level backup if you think about it, because he's backing up Allen and Payne, and he's definitely an upgrade from Fedarian Mathis, right?
Hey,
so
hold your mouth.
Hey.
Well, that's what I've heard the same thing. I've heard the same thing. I mean, I've heard Payne, and I heard they love him. I mean, I heard the hands are there. That bull run. I mean, he's projected to be like ready to go day one.
Yeah, so, you're gonna be like that.
Yeah, I got to. And just him coming out, giving him a rest now and then having a 3-headed monster now and then. Oh man, defense. Yeah. That offensive line. I would like to see Newton do go against that offensive line for the Jets, though, because that would be a test. That would be a test for upcoming teams.
Yeah.
Let's not get too excited, because I don't think they're going to be doing too many exotic blitzes or anything like that.
I mean, it's still man to man, essentially.
Well, actually, I'm talking about Frankie Louvu. I'm talking about these guys who coming in like Quan Martin. They coming in to put pressure on the ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I'm saying like there's no game plan. That's what I meant. Like it's still y'all go out there and play.
Right. Give me 5 minutes of doing whatever you guys need to do to get to the quarterback.
Yeah. Go out there and play. And I want to say something else too. This is some we've said that we were a 4-win team last year. The thing is, we consistently, since Ron got to DC, have been a 7-win team, right? And the difference is that last year they still got 7 wins, right? The problem is 3 of those wins were in the preseason. Jeez. So we consistently. So when everybody says, "Oh, we were a 4-win team last year," why has everybody got these high hopes? I'm like, well, because we've seen that the team could do 7 wins, they could overachieve and get. We got like 8-1 one year. But like we're a 7-win team, and I'm like, if you're telling me that that's what they could do with bad coaching,
he's stretching
with good coaching, you can't tell me that we can't get at least 8 if we got this all-star thing. We got the super friends.
Oh, okay. Let's not push it.
I'm just saying.
That's not
Hey,
push.
he's looking at the glass half full, though.
No, I'm saying that as bad as the team was since Ron got here, we got 7 wins every year, right?
That's true.
And then supposedly we turned over the roster and improved the players. We definitely improved the coaches. So why are you telling me to lower my expectations from what we had before?
I only say that because
that's what I want to know.
But those guys played together for 3 years. These guys are just coming together, man.
They got 7 wins in the first year.
Yeah, but they was already a team. He didn't turn over the team. Yeah, he didn't turn over the team. The team was there. He just added to it. So we turned over 75% of our team with new players. So
better players,
but they still got to play together, man. They still got to learn how to play together.
Allegedly, right now, hey, listen, again, this is a scrimmage, right? Come on, guys. Talk to me.
Don't try to talk me down, be reasonable, Trey.
But I gotta focus, man, because that stretch job you just did, man. It was beautiful.
Stretch is good for your health.
That Bama said preseason wins were the 3 and the 4.
I know they don't count on the record, but there's still games that you play.
They don't count.
Physical effort. I'm like this. These dudes got 7 wins in them.
Hold on, John. We just sat here and said how we don't want to see who our premier players are on the field if it's wet.
Yeah.
During preseason, and you're counting that as 7 wins. That's beautiful. That's you're. I want that. I had that, but I got my therapist said I got to get real. I'm trying to be real. I need you guys to come with me. I'll give you her number.
No. You look at certain teams, right? And you can say, you know what, that's a 10-win team. Just looking at it, that's a 10-win team. That's an 11-win team. That's a, whatever. You look at Kansas. You look at certain teams just based upon who's on there and everything. You're like, all right, this is it. Whenever I looked at any of Ron's teams, I was like, that's a 7-win team. That's just a 7-win team. And when they got 8, I was amazed. I said, damn, we got 8 wins.
So what we established in one of our
last shows
is that Al said it best, and I'm gonna imitate him. There's a little poo-poo back here. It's poo-poo on the brain.
I heard you say that.
Players.
I did.
And there's not everybody, but a lot of players are out there playing with mental
bad
trauma.
Information. Yeah.
Oh, listen, there's a lot going on, man. And the coaches size them up. They have the athletic ability to move where the coach say move, and the coach say, oh yeah, you look good. But when they get on the field across from an opponent who doesn't have all the nuances as a tackling dummy or as a sled, or as Al would say, the bag or the basket that Jaden's throwing into, and all that becomes real and live. Yeah. That's when we see the trauma break out and go, oh, I've been here before, and the dude is cowering in the
they got emotional damage. They got emotional damage.
Charge, and it's like, that's what happens, man. And I'm saying that because we have to be aware that the names don't match up with that nuance. And it's like, yeah, you played here, you did that there, you came from another team, you were awesome from there, and look at you now. Why are you this way now? And that is what we as fans don't have the capacity to talk about, because we're not talking to these people one-on-one, whatever like that. But I really do believe that what Al or Deacon even said it, 2 to 3 years. But I need y'all to keep saying it, because we always go into the season like,
we
ready to go. And I'm like, no, don't say that.
I wanted to know why people were saying that. And to be honest with you, I've started agreeing with Al a whole lot more since he admitted that Terry McLaurin was special.
He's special.
I listen to all the junk y'all say. Even if
I missed that show.
Oh yeah, he did. He said Terry McLaurin is special. I said, what? I wrote it down. I wrote it down. It's downstairs in the gym. I was on a treadmill. I almost hurt myself getting off. I said, man, he said, yeah, exactly. Finally. But I'm just saying, what to the point that you just made, though, that's why I'm concerned about De'Ami Brown and Cole Turner. So they let Armani Rogers go and kept Cole Turner. And I'm like, man, De'Ami and Cole, they dang training camp heroes, man. As soon as the regular season start, you're like, hey, where these dudes go? So that's my only concern. Armani Rogers proved he could do stuff in the regular season. He just got hurt. So I'm like, Cole Turner, man, he need to be. I thought that was bad. To be off making shampoo commercials. That's about it, because that's all I got for him.
So we're gonna do about this
Call Palomalu.
Bag of quarterback, Driscoll or Hartman. That's gonna be what's going on today.
I want to see Hartman. I want to see how he does.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind on the second string, see what he kind of pulls out of his hat. But I mean, one thing I want to say though, I think with the defense and the vets that we have, right? Especially, you know what I'm saying, with everything, you know what I'm saying, with what's my guy coming from Seattle?
Bobby Wagner.
I think Bobby's gonna play a huge role for Jaden. Because I mean, I heard Bobby on some of these podcasts is talking to Jaden like, Jaden, you need to clean this up. You need to clean that up. Because right there, I would have got a sack. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Jaden, when you got Frankie, the same thing with Frankie and Payne, and I think that right there is going to help him go along. Because I don't think Bobby's ever had a losing season, if I'm correct. So I think I feel like that right there, that like going against the best, especially with a Bobby back there and learning, you know, how the defense is going to, you know, how to kind of react to certain defenses is going to go a long way for him. Just that veteran presence itself, Hall of Famer, is like, you know what? Let me heed these words, because if I can go against my own defense, and my defense right now was a top, let's say 10, 15, then I'm good. Because I won't fear the Giants. I won't fear Dallas. I won't fear, because these players have already gone against these teams, and they show, you know what I'm saying, and they don't fear none of them. So if you don't fear us, don't fear nobody.
I got you. 2-pick. What you looking for, man? What you looking for, 2-pick?
Hey, I'm looking forward to seeing our offensive line fight back. You know, I think, Al, you said it earlier. You said it. They got to get 2% better, and I don't think they meant like for the year. You meant every day. They got to get 2% better every day.
Every day.
And I said it on my show with Corey. I said, you know, in the military, you know, when we get you, we break you down. We take your individuality away from you, and then we build you up as a team, right? But you have to have that learning lesson of when you realize what your coaches, in this sense, are telling you and what they're teaching you. But that first time you go into live fire, you always fall back on what you did before. And what we did before sucked, right? So that first live fire was practice. It was that Jets practice. So now they had Friday to reevaluate what the coaches taught them. And I want to see them fight back today. John, you know what I'm talking about, though, right? Because when we get you in the military, we take your individuality away from you. That's why we strip you and put you in some sweatpants and a T-shirt as soon as we get you, because we want you to lose every bit of you, right? Yeah. And to realize you got to become a team. So our offensive line took it on the chin. They took it on the chin on Thursday. And so now it's time for them to fight back. It's time for them to reinvest in what their coaches, these coaches, have been teaching them, and see that it works. You know, so I look for a better day from our offensive line.
Yeah, they should have a better day, only because scrimmages is basic at best. I mean, you're not scheming on a scrimmage. Right. At least in the game, you have some structure. You can scheme a little bit without giving away what your offense is. You can help out, you know, your tackle who ain't, you know, is going to get your quarterback killed by doing some quick passes, slowing it down, running towards him, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. That is like a normal game plan, but you don't have to give up what your offense is going to be in the season. So they should be a little bit better today, even if they sat down all together and like, we suck. We got to at least get without 2% better. And it's got to show up on film, or we all get it.
But on the real, though, those weren't our first string going against them, though. That's the other thing, too. It's like Chris Paul.
We had 2 guys down, yeah.
But still, even though the one thing that you look for in a scrimmage, in a controlled environment, is the technique. Are they doing the technique right? And that's what I'm talking about. Because, like, when I refer this thing to the military, the thing that we have to get you to realize is attention to detail. And what do they say the difference between college and the NFL is attention to detail. It's the little teeny details. So when I say they fell back into their old habits, they fell back into their college habits. They fell back into the bad techniques that they were taught. You know, the hand placement, the foot placement. They fell back into those little things, which got
comfort zone. That's their comfort zone.
Right. So now you had that day to realize, hey, remember I told you, you gotta stay low in this technique. You gotta drive with this hand. You gotta drive with this foot. This foot placement goes here. This hand placement goes here. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm not talking about as far as scheming and things like that. I'm talking about individually. That's why they do the one-on-ones. That's why they do the O-line versus the D-line, and they do those things so they can correct individual things. Because as an individual, if you get your thing right, now I can move on to the bigger picture, right? So that's why I want to see them fight back that way.
Yeah, so we don't rise to the occasion. We fall to the level of our training. So it's like the muscle memory. You think about like they've been doing it the way they did in college for 4 years. They've been doing it the way that they taught them in the pros for however many months they've been with, you know, those guys. So yeah, that's true.
John, I want to ask you a question real quick, John. In training, how much is it your coaching style and how you effective coaching, or is the individual's talent level coming out in a technique or in a explosive situation? How much what's the balance between the two?
Well, I mean, I think that the way I look at it is from martial art.
They talentless. They don't have any talent. Where you going with it?
Yes, to a certain extent, because it's like, all right, you're going against like tendencies, right? So I mean, if you too slow, you're too slow. Like, you know, you can't coach speed, for example. But I could teach you how to anticipate based upon what somebody's body language is showing you. So if you know where he's going to be before he goes there, you got a chance to intercept him, you know, not intercept the ball, but I'm saying like you got a chance to beat him to the spot if you know how to read his body language first. Like the thing that they said Bobby Wagner was able to see that Cosme was about to pull because he could see his stance and where his weight was. You know, like everybody knows the thing about you look at like the knuckles of the hand, like, hey, are your knuckles white? Okay, well, that's where your weight is. Okay, so you can kind of tell. So good coaching can teach you those tendencies. The problem is, like going back to what Toothpick was saying about like what you're used to doing, you have to train those reflexes so your brain and your mind, your brain and your bodies are connected to the point where you make a decision and you're acting, and then you get to the point where you're not thinking about it anymore because now your reflexes are trained. It takes time to train those reflexes. So I can't make you faster, but I can make you quicker.
Hey, y'all want to see John light up? Y'all want to see John light up? Watch this. Smooth is fast, fast is smooth. What I mean, John.
Yeah, that's right.
What I mean, John.
Right. Yeah, see, that's right. I mean, that's everything. That's like you telling somebody like breaking down a M16 or something like that, and they're trying to go real fast. They're like, hey, go smooth as fast, right? And because you're trying to build the muscle memory, you pick up speed. Actually, that's what we say. So you start slow, pick up speed as you gain proficiency. So yeah, that's
and that's all coaching is.
I don't know if I really answered your question, but that to me is the thing. The key for a good coach, though, is knowing how to unlock that out of somebody and recognize what it is that's causing the person to not execute the technique. Like, is he slow? Is he a visual learner? Is he a tactile learner? You know, do I need to take him in the classroom, explain it to him so he understands it? Then we come back out here. Or is he the kind of person I got to just show you and you'll pick it up from just looking? Or do I need a dang... maybe you kind of person that's an experiential learner, meaning or some people call it kinesthetic. Like you and I have to like do the actual move over and over and you learn it. But no matter how you learn it, you still have to practice it enough so that's your habit. And I don't think we have good habits yet.
It's 7 different styles of learning. That's what John's getting at right there. 7 different styles of learning. And that's pretty much what coaching is anyway. That's why they practice so much. You know, they practice Tuesday, they practice Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and they have walkthroughs on Saturdays, right? Once they get to wherever they're going, they have walkthroughs on Saturdays. And all it is muscle memory. So once you figure it out and your body is used to doing it, and your mind is used to doing it, now it's you're not thinking. And that's why they say, you hear players say all the time, I'm not thinking, I'm just reacting and I'm going fast, right?
And everybody doesn't respond to every coach.
and over. Yeah, and
that's the other thing. So when we didn't have a big coaching staff last year, I hate keep harping on last year, but basically we didn't have as many top level coaches last year. No. This year we have multiple coaches with multiple skill sets, and as a result, like they said, for example, they had Kerrigan working with Jamin, just for example, because they noticed that they respond well to each other. So you've got to find that one. Everybody's got like the teacher in school. They taught you the same class as somebody else, but you didn't get it when that person taught you, but you got it when this one teacher taught you, because you had a connection. And it's the same thing. And that really is to me is the art of coaching, knowing how somebody responds and how best to get them to learn the thing you need them to learn.
Deacon, would you say that we had a remedial coaching staff last year?
To say the least.
Right. And so comparing our coaching staff last year to our coaching staff this year, as you can see, Ron Rivera had a coaching staff full of people that could not take his job because he would have been fired mid-season. But if you look at Dan Quinn's coaching staff, he has how many former head coaches on his team? It's littered with former head coaches. But the most important part that they talk about is not them being former head coaches. They talk about them being teachers. Because what do they say? A quarterback will win you 3 games, right? A good coach wins you another 2. So I don't understand how people say we had a John said it, we're usually good for 7 wins, right? We're usually good for 7 wins. You add a good quarterback, that's 3 wins. And I'm not calling JD a good quarterback, not just yet. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna put that on that young man. But what I am gonna put on this is this coaching staff is 2 wins better than we were last year.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But just not that though. For the simple fact though, last year you had multiple coaches to play doing multiple positions, whereas in this year, we got a coach for every position.
Wait, no, but that's
you had.
No, he's right. He's right, because we had the tight ends coach, was also the offensive line coach, was also like the run game coordinator. Exactly. Like everybody had 6 jobs.
But the thing about that is who really wanted to come coach this team last year, knowing that Ron should not have still been the coach last year, and only the NFL did him a solid by delaying the sale of the team. They did a straight solid by delaying the sale of the team. 75% turnover. Exactly.
Yeah. But hey, look, the barbecue chicken only being situational player, that I don't think that's bad. I don't think that's, again.
First rounder?
I want to address that. I want to address that situation. He talking about
barbecue chicken.
He talking about force.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think he's a situational player. I think that he's a zone corner. But he's not a man corner.
But John, he was a number 1 pick. And number 1 pick, your expectations is a lot higher than the number 3 and number 4 pick.
Yeah, but you still are good at what you're
he's
good
a
at.
number 1 pick.
Well, he's a number 1. Okay, so Holly, can we use Josh Norman? Remember how Josh Norman was? He was a cover corner, right? And a zone corner, rather.
He's a zone corner.
He's a zone corner. And you saw he was great. They brought him to Washington, made him a man corner. William Jackson III, that dude was a man corner. They brought him over to us and they turned him into a zone corner. You got to let people do what they're good at.
Yep.
If we know that you're good at something and you are drafted high because you're good at it, why would we bring you to our team and make you do the thing that you're not good at?
Yep. Hey, I need y'all to go back and look at something too. Y'all need to go back and look at the Legion of Boom and tell me, did they run zone, man? What was their primary? Right?
Well, they did both.
Their primary.
Legion of Boom was a 3D zone team.
It was a zone team.
But Dan Quinn has made adjustments over the years and how he coaches defense, because the Cowboys wasn't a 3D zone team
because they didn't have it. They didn't have
Atlanta.
They didn't have that principle. They didn't have that principle.
He adjusted the personnel he had.
He's
made adjustments. He's made adjustments over the years and how he runs his defense.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, okay, so
can anybody answer to me why Toothpick's voice sounds like he's on a dang late night
radio?
The mic,
baby. He got the mic, baby.
First off, First off, I'm gonna tell y'all while I'm talking like this.
It'll do
First
it to you, baby. I know. I've been there.
First off, look.
They kicked me off the mic.
Hey, Deacon ain't brought his mic out since.
That's that quiet storm mic, man. What you doing now?
What's the next song?
It's not the mic.
That Midnight Soul.
I'm sorry, man. I couldn't take it anymore.
It's right here. It's right here, John.
And he leaned into the microphone like, let me tell y'all something. I'm like,
you can't help it when you got a mic, man. I feel you, Pig, man. I feel you, man. I'm with you right there.
Just relax.
I'm with you.
Family's like, stop.
This what y'all really can't take. Y'all really can't take my real voice. This is my real voice. This is my real voice.
This over here, this dude be hooking up filters. That's why you see he came on after us, right? He's like he hooking up filters on his mic. Okay.
Nah, John. Come on, man.
Go ahead, man. You were making a point. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I lost that point. I really lost that point. I couldn't do it. I was like, what's going on here? I feel. Hey, see, but John, you.
Hey, Pick. We eliminated.
Hold on.
He got that 102.3 voice.
Hold on, let me do it like this.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter today if we win or not.
Okay. Now,
see, are we?
Now you done made a mag. See
now, John. See, you
got
made
the
me go there now.
I'm not prepared for this.
Nah.
See,
y'all lady viewership about to go up 100%.
Hey, we at 1%. We at 1%
playing in the background. Okay, that's fine.
We had one. We got one.
Yeah. Well, I said 1%. I meant one person.
I thought we was good. We had one.
Ladies are hard to get, baby.
No, listen.
Hey, so do we care if we win today? Because a lot of people, they say winning is infectious. And
Baltimore.
You don't want to ever lose, but
I saw our record last year in the preseason, and I didn't like what happened afterwards. So what I want is, okay, if we win and it's kind of like a fluky thing, that's not gonna make me happy. But if we just happen to play better than them and it results in points on the board, okay, sure. I ain't gonna get mad because we won, but I'm just like, to me, that's not the objective. I think the objective is to see as many combinations of players in game situations as possible and see them produce and get off the field without hurting themselves.
That's it. Let's not talk win, Deacon. What do we talk? See, that's bad business. See, right there. Once you start talking win, we already established we're not that team.
Yeah.
We're not that team, gentlemen. Look at me. We're not that team.
We're going to the Super Bowl.
There it is. Deacon, lock it in. 48-10.
Right there.
48-10. John said it. 48-10. Lock it in. We lighten that up. You blew it. You blew it.
I just said that. I was like, I figured I'd get a sound bite out of the deal. That's it.
Yeah, you did.
Hey, you already got two of them.
They got them now. They got me now. Okay, yeah.
But listen. Hold on. Let's look at this just like we said. Pick got on here. He dropped all the acumen around the coaching, which is great. You know what I'm saying? Biggie Steve co-signed it, saying that we got a coach per player. Every player got their personal assistant there going there. That's how many coaches we got. We got tons of time, and we got a lot of young folk.
Yeah.
Let's go into this situation realistically, and we are a desperate fan base. I get it. I was in there. All the Kool-Aid. I had a gallon. I was drinking it every day, hoping and praying, because it's been a long time, and us OGs here. We've seen it all. We've seen it all, even when we lost in the Super Bowl. We've been there. So the bottom line is we want to get back, or some semblance of it, but we've been overexcited, man, and it's anxiety. I'm tired of it. Man. I'm going into this season, this game right now in the next, 30 minutes before, come on. And what we gonna do. Yep, he said it, watch it. What we gonna do? We're gonna go in.
I take it back.
We're gonna focus on Pick. Pick said, let's see if the O-line got the gumption, the gunpowder, and the will to step up and punch somebody in the mouth. Let's see if Deacons call on the run game. They can open a couple of holes so we can see our man Robinson and see what Eckler gonna do as they squeeze down the field. Let's see if DeHaan can get his sticky fingers status back, because he lost that status. We called him sticky fingers when he came in. He was doing great. He lost that status. Let's see if De'Ami Brown is real or if this is just another freak of practice. Let's see if your boy Cole Turner is going to be more than just a pert shampoo model. Let's see these things, man, and let's just watch. And if not, let's see what the coaching is going to do, right?
Hey.
Let's see them put Forbes out there starting today. Yeah. You got beat down.
Everybody pause. You know, we like to
show.
We like to show. We like to. You was done.
No, you said I was done. You wrapped it up. Y'all saw that? Oh, you got something cute. I got the same damn shirt on.
That's a great podcast right there.
Awesome podcast. And this is the lucky shirt. The lucky shirt. Here we go. Embarrassing. This is. And I did.
I like that hat Al had on. I like that hat Al had on.
Hey, look, I got this thing. This is the lucky shirt for Super Bowl of us. I'm wearing it every preseason. And look, this was at the bottom of the drawer too. So this is real, John. John, this is it. You said it. I'm feeling the mystic energy.
Hey, hold on.
I got a question for you real quick, Biggie.
It was there.
What wide receiver before that's going to step up the third and fourth string? What wide receiver are you looking for to step up for the third or fourth string?
I actually want to see what we got in what's his name? McCaffrey. I want to see what he does. I haven't heard too much on him, but everybody else I've heard about, but he's been staying low key. And speaking of like receivers, I want to also see what I want to see what Sanat does, because I've heard he's been dropping passes. So I'm looking for those two. I want to see some good. I want to see a little bit of good games coming out of them, at least this preseason. Give me one game of them with at least 25 yards. At least 25 yards. Give me both of them. Give me 25 yards or more to get kind of like excited to have you on the team. Because right now, you guys have been low key, and I don't really like low key. I want to hear positive things coming from your camp.
John, who are you looking for a third or fourth string wide receiver, tight end coming up, trying to make a position? Who are you looking for today and on preseason, during the preseason time?
Can't hear you.
They done cut his mic. That Super Bowl mic got cut. Family has rebelled. They were like, what is he doing? Get him off. Get him off, mommy.
Your mic still ain't working.
Yeah.
The mic went out.
That's because he wasn't using his real voice.
The revenge is sweet.
Oh man.
What you got? Two pick real quick while John coming back on. What do you got? Third or fourth string wide receiver, tight end. Third, somebody that's trying to make a move to get that to be a contributor on the Commanders this year.
That's actually what I'm looking for. I'm actually looking for just somebody to make a play. And in terms of making a play, I'm even talking about in the secondary, right? Because we've seen Emmanuel Forbes, we've seen Benjamin St-Juste. I'm really looking forward to somebody just making a play and showing that they want to get more reps. They want to get more time on the field. That's what the preseason is really about before it goes away. is somebody that the coaches didn't see stepping forward, making a play, saying that they belong in this league and they belong in the starting lineup, and begging and showing that they want more playing time. So as far as all playmakers go, any of the positions, somebody step up, make a play, and you can do that and cause your team to win at the same time. So my answer is anybody and everybody.
Anybody. Deacon, who you looking for?
Let's see if John got his mic right. Nope. He's not even on mute. Plug it in. You got to plug it in.
Say we had you.
John wore his mic out. Hey, I don't know, man. I'm just looking for a clean game. We've seen a lot of bad football in DC for the last 4 years. I just want to see a team out there that looks like they have been practicing together. Show me that. Show me a team that's been moving forward and not all the hype about running through bags and all this stuff, man. It's all pretty and fun and everybody gets excited, but when you hit the field, man, it's got to translate. And I want to see that. I want to see a team out there, both sides. I want to see people not looking like they're out of place, not giving up on plays, not getting burnt deep. You know, I want to see Chin hit somebody in the chin. I want to see Louisville rush somebody and put some pressure on the quarterback. I want to see our line act as if they are working together. So I want to see practice turn into on the field success. That's all. I mean, sometimes teams are better than you. It's just the way life is. But if you're working as a team, it should at least show. And I wanted to show. That's all. I don't care about the win. I don't care that it's too early. Got a whole month before we start football. Let's see if what you've been doing since the year has been going on with practices and OTAs and all this stuff. Let's see if you can translate that onto the field. Let's see if you learn. Let's see if the coaches know what they're doing as far as being able to teach you how to reposition. Let's see if we can play football together.
Trey Z, I know you like Crowder. So I know that's one receiver you want to see. I know you like Crowder. That's one receiver. But besides Crowder, looking forward in the wide receiver area, or the tight end area, to make a play that wants to move up through the ranks to get on that field and be a key contributor for this Commander season this year. Who are you looking for?
I'm going back to our now second receiver. I'm going back to Jahan. We had questions on the man.
All right, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we got you, Garage. There you go.
There you go. Yeah. I just want Jahan to get open. I just want him to be relevant and a threat. If we can get Jahan to be a threat, imagine what that does for Terry. So I just need that aspect. I'm looking for that. I'm looking for that 1-2 punch. The third player, that's always special. You know, an extra. That's icing. I need the cake. And right now, I got to see if Jahan is going to recover from, the last year's slumps.
Yeah. John, who are you looking for? You heard the question, right, John? You heard the question. Yeah. Same question. Who are you looking for these preseason to step up?
In the screen. Oh, Joey.
Luka.
What's up?
Luka, I'm looking for Luke McCaffrey and Bryson Tremaine.
Bryson Tremaine. That's the name I've been hearing a lot about.
Yeah.
What
exactly.
about Bryson?
The thing about that I'm seeing with these guys, though, man, is a lot of the people who we were hearing. This happens every year. You got the OTA Avengers, where like they're great in OTAs, and then the closer you get to actual football, they start to like disappear, right? So like Ben Sinnott, we haven't really heard much about him. I haven't heard anything about Chris Rodriguez from the running back, the third string running back from last year. I haven't heard a thing from him. So Luke McCaffrey was getting all of this positive publicity or whatever. He's getting up early in the morning, showing up at the thing with Jaden. This is great, okay? But now we got pads on and things are happening. You're not hearing his name. So I want to see basically what you've been doing. What do you look like when you're on the field? You know, you can't be a training camp hero. I need you to produce in games.
Gotcha, man. Deacon, how you want to wrap this thing up, man? We got 30 minutes before the game.
30 minutes to game time, man. Hey, listen, we're looking for a good situation today, something that looks positive, something that looks like we're not at the bottom of the list. You know, something that Big can go outside and smoke his doogie out there. You know what I'm saying?
It's my Newport. I get nervous about game time.
You got to get it in early before you get disappointed. I hear you.
I smoke my Newport. You know, I gotta. You know what I'm saying? My nerves get shot around this time.
I hear you. Hey, we going to man. Hey, Toothpick, wait, tell me about your podcast, man.
Hey, tonight we got Travis Thomas coming on. Travis Thomas was a DC guy. He's up in Boston now. We got him coming on. He's gonna get you set so y'all $2,000 can go somewhere this year. So y'all can really invest that thing. We got Travis telling you where to put your money this NFL season. I'm gonna ask him right off the rip, man, who's winning Rookie of the Year, so I know where to stash my money at. So hopefully one of those things come back JD5. But if not, I'm still gonna go tell me. So we got Travis. We got Travis today, and then we have David Harrison on Tuesday. He's up in the Meadowlands right now. So,
all right. Well, ask Travis this one question for me.
Okay.
Is it smart for me to throw all my 2 down on the first game as a win?
I'll ask him.
I want to get ahead of the game.
I
want to help these guys out early.
You want to double up?
$2,000 down the first game was a win.
$2,000 on the first game. Got you.
Is that smart or not?
I'm gonna ask him.
Garage Gym Life.
That might be the last conversation you ever had with him.
What you got going on, Garage Gym Life?
Hey man, just trying to get the podcast going. Believe it or not, I actually get a whole bunch of tips from just watching you guys. So it's I love the interaction with people, being able to get up early in the morning, get their Friday started. So check me out every Friday morning, 6 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. I know it's way too early, but that's the point. I get your weekend started the right way.
Nice.
Hey, I'm gonna have to watch that on my way to work.
Hey, look, I even got a theme song. I got the theme song and everything. I sang it myself.
All right. Biggie, we know you in the streets, man. So
yeah, you'll find me there. You'll find me in the streets for this time. Come season time.
Season time. It's not today.
I gotta see what we're doing preseason first.
Hey,
I'm gonna have to hide the house the whole season.
There we go. Hey, I appreciate y'all for having me on. I really do.
Man. We appreciate you.
Likewise.
We always love you.
Hey, man, you better stop playing, man.
Right.
All y'all on here, family, man. Family, you can come on anytime, man. Just bust in here. Like Deacon like to jump over people like he just did with me today. We'll talk about that later. But those of you
He mad.
Hey, no, I don't let nothing go. I'm too old for that, man. I don't let nothing go, man. Those of you who are on right now, make sure that you subscribe to Garage Gym Life and First String Podcast, man. These guys are awesome. They give great content, man. We learn so much from them, man. And thank y'all for coming on this live, man. We about to see some Commanders preseason football, preseason practice, scrimmage. Don't take it too serious, football, folks. And then we're going to give a little commentary, next week on what we saw and where we're going. Toothpick got his sexual chocolate going on right now. So the show got to be over. Because if you say one more thing in that mic.
Isaac Hayes, man.
All right, fellas. Hey, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all, man. We'll see y'all. I guess we're going to do a podcast eventually.